David here. Today I'm going to be talking about Genderlect styles in Module 11, specifically speaking, rapport versus report, with my experience at a student newspaper in my early years of college. So when I was at SAC, I was on the paper for about 3 years, and the staff was made up of classmates, of obviously men and women, mostly women, but there were cultural differences, if you may, between the two in communication wise. To put it in context, journalism is like a subcategory of communication that is very report based. Good journalism anyhow focuses on writing good news stories, feature stories, and reporting accurately with integrity, honesty, and very concise writing, accountability, transparency, very report type communication, because it's kind of all based off of attention span and just getting the facts right up, like straightforward. So, and the text kind of attributes that style of communication to men, but obviously it could be, everything varies, everything's situational. Men and women aren't just black and white. So inferences I'll make about my experience as it pertains to rapport versus report. While there were communication differences between both genders in my experience, our common goal helped iron out the wrinkles that communication, had every now and then, because we had to work very, very hard. It was very stressful. We were all united in the goal of producing a paper, and under the culture of a newspaper and the advisors who set that culture and are the role models in that situation, there's no time for that kind of stuff. We put aside our differences and we get to work to make the best paper we could. So while we were heterogeneous in our culture, our common goal helped unite us. Let's see how I'll apply those inferences to my life. Kind of going back to what I said about common goals, whether it be workplace or relationship, the parties involved should have their common goal in mind in their communication, and they should meet each other halfway. They have to acknowledge the communication differences between themselves, hear each other out, kind of going back to the ethical tradition of communication, but hearing each other out and kind of meeting each other halfway to pretty much meet their goals. That's just a bit about my experience with dealing with a cooperative group over a few years, just knowing that as long as we kept, the objective in mind, and of course the fact that yes, there are differences and we can talk them out, but ultimately there's no time to just get hung up on that, at least in my particular experience. As long as we kept objective in mind, we could more or less work toward, our goal, and that the success that we would have by producing the paper kind of united us and helped in that regard anyways. But it's just a bit about my experience with dealing with report versus rapport. I hope you enjoyed a little bit about my experience, and thank you for watching.